Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So we're going to do another sort of take on this. This time I'm going to do this tray. Now I wanted to put the owl in, but the owl we did break when we were trying it with the UV resin. But we're going to do it a bit differently this time. So this time I've popped the stamps in first and then I'm going to put a colour over the top. Hopefully this will work. So I'm not sure how much I need to make up, so I'm just going to do 60 mils I think for this. I might need to do it another one. So all I'm going to do is grab a lollipop stick and I'm going to go with my purple, well, the violet brocade, and this is a shimmer powder from Tonic Studios. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure out my my resin. Oh, that's gone all the way down the side. I was hoping to be more professional today, but yeah, that's not going to happen. Right, so we're just going to put that in. Now there might be noises. We have got the doors open today because it is a beautiful spring day. Like, it is absolutely gorgeous, so I'm making the most of it because I feel like we haven't had the sun for about a year. So yeah, right, let me grab the next part. So this is just a 2-part resin that you can get off Amazon. There should be links now in the description box below to a 2-part resin that's quite cheap. I think I just tend to go on and get the cheapest one. So I've had the one that's in the description quite a few times, so it is from Amazon. So it is an affiliated link as well. So, but yeah, you do get these little pots and you get gloves and sticks and stuff. So if it's your first time doing it, then yeah, I'm not sure on different brands because I've never sort of, because I'm like a real beginner, I have no idea. Oh, different like brands and stuff and the properties of them. So right, I'm going to mix this up. I'm going to put some of this in. I want it quite cloudy, so I'm going to put quite a bit in and then see what that's like. So let's give this a really good stir. Okay, and these gloves are way too big for me, but there you go. I got them off eBay. They were really cheap. So yeah, but I think I'm going to get the other ones, the latex ones. But then again, I can only use latex for, like, you know, a short period of time, and then my hands go all, maybe I'm allergic to it, maybe. Anyway, these ones I don't have any reaction to, so I don't even know if I can find them again. Right, okay, giving this a really good mix. So that is the key to resin, is giving it a really good mix. I don't think this is going to be enough, so I think what I'm going to do is actually put another 30 of each in, because I just don't think it's going to be enough. Okay, so wherever that goes to, right, there's that. So it's just under the 30. Okay, because if I remember rightly, this mold takes quite a bit, because this is going to be the back bit, and then I'm going to be doing other bits on the front. So let's get this there. Perfect. Right, okay, so I think I'm going to need a bit more of that purple in as well. That feels like there's going to be enough now, so watch this, it'll be too much. I know you can mix it, I can make another batch, but I want the whole colour to be the same, so I'd rather mix up just a little bit more than what I need than not. So let's put that in. I mean, this is just absolutely gorgeous in resin, I have to admit, absolutely beautiful. So give this a really good mix. and you want to mix it for a good few minutes, so that it is all well mixed in, all incorporated. So what I'll do, I'm going to go off camera and mix this properly, because it can be pretty boring, and then we'll come back for the pour. Okay, that is lovely and mixed. That colour is just beautiful, and all I'm going to do is just very gently, I have sprayed my mould with rubbing alcohol, so that it limits the amount of bubbles that we're going to get. Okay, so yeah, this is just enough. Oh, I'm glad I put that extra bit in. Okay, so I'm just going to drop all of this in like so. I don't like to waste. And then I'm going to leave this overnight. I think someone's about to come to my door. I'm going to leave this overnight, and then we'll come back and we'll unmold it and we'll do the next bit. So yeah, just give it a spray with my spray. There we go. And I will see you when it's all cured. Right then. This is cured, so we're going to unmold. Now, I'm not sure if this has worked actually, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the raccoon kept popping up, so I think that the stamps need to be like brand new, or at least need to have that stick on the back, which the raccoon had. Oh, they've all sunken in. Yeah. They're all inside the resin. So, oh, actually, let's have a look. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what happens, because I think that's all we can sort of do. Is just, yeah. I think because the resin got under, maybe not put a full pour on. Like I say, everything that I'm doing is experimentation, because I want to see how far I can push these stamps. I need to get something in, because it will, these ones will come out. I don't think the raccoon's going to come out at all, although if we take that top layer off of resin, it may do. Am I going to be able to save this? That is the key. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut, because it's, yeah, this bit of, it kept sort of floating as I kept pushing it down. I wish I had my burring tool. It didn't turn up. So just to clear these edges, but you know, I'm determined to try and see what we can do with this, because once this top layer of resin is off, the stamps will come off lovely. And actually this is coming off really nicely, and it is tearing where it needs to, around where it's thicker. The only problem is the head bit gets thicker, so I'm just gonna cut that into that corner. There we go. Yeah, so around the head is where I hadn't pushed it down enough, so it is quite thick, this. So maybe it is a case of we drop the stamps in rather than lay them down, because like I said, the the resin has got under the stamps. Now I'm just trying to see whether or not I can save this piece, but to be honest, I have no idea. And I'm just going to basically get underneath. Oh, see, there's no, I'm trying to feel if there's any resin under these ones, and it doesn't actually feel like there is on that one. This one is, I can see. So let's get rid of these. Okay. Right. Just trying to see where else they are, because as soon as I got all the resin off the top of these, then I can pull them out. So not how I thought this was going to go at all. I mean, thankfully I haven't left this for 5 days, you know, because we wouldn't be able to get the thin layer of resin off them. But let's see. Oh, oh, there we go. Look at that. So yes, they have worked. It's just you're not able to leave them as long as what I did with my last one, because you might end up with some resin leaking underneath. Okay, so maybe, but the raccoon one, I don't think I can use it this way. I think the only way I can use the raccoon stamp now in resin is if I drop it in. So the first way that we did it, because it's just lost all of its stick that it had, that has now gone. So if I'm cutting it out, right, we're nearly there. You can sort of see, and luckily I can bend the piece as well. There we go. So let's move all those bits. Okay, and then this is where that burring tool would have come in handy to get this bit off and to neaten up that edge. Okay, so just like that. I mean, that doesn't look too bad actually. That looks alright. And then let's take that off. So yeah, I mean, they have worked. I'm not going to say that they haven't, because they have worked. Yeah. But I think the other way is better, where we just drop them in. A lot better. Because we don't have this edge cleanup to do with the other way. Now I think these actually might look quite nice. So I just need to take off all these little edges where it has gone underneath that stamp. I mean, I think I wouldn't do this method now with the small stamps. I think if I was to do it, and I would do it the first time, because these ones were all first time stamps and they've worked really nicely. It's like a really thin layer of the resin, which is coming off lovely. But I wouldn't pour directly onto the stamps unless it was a really large stamp, I think. Can't get my hand in there because they're too big. So yeah, but I mean, I think it's looking good. I'm determined to save it, or try to save it at least. So we're going to do another pour of resin, and I think what I'm going to do from there, let me just, we're going to get some micas or something, some powder to rub on them. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do about some of the other bits, but I'm going to see what it turns out like, because, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak. Right. Just making sure to get the last of these little bits off. So yeah, burring tool will definitely help. I don't know why mine was delayed, because it was meant to have come yesterday, but along with a load of other stuff, and it hadn't. So yeah, right, just getting in those areas now. The ease on here that really need to be trimmed back. I mean, that is super thick resin on there, like really thick. So I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, luckily halfway through I just went to make myself a coffee and I had a look at it because it was sat next to my kettle, and yeah, I noticed that the raccoon was floating at the top, and I thought, no, that's not what we want. Not what we want at all. Right, I think personally that is, well, actually we can just use the edge of my scissors. Okay, for these little bits. Okay, right, we're gonna go in my drawer. I'm gonna see what I've got. I'm thinking maybe a silver or a gold. I don't know. Right, and it's the best I'm gonna do with this. And then I am going to use my UV resin. I'm just going to pop it outside because it is an absolute beautiful day. So my UV resin will do this perfectly. Okay, let me just open my drawer and have a look, see what we've got. What do we have? I've got these 13 art ones. Metallic watercolour paints. Now this one is, oh, I can't say that, Andalustolite, I think. And then we've got this one, which is coral red. So I'm going to try these. At the minute I'm loving sort of just experimenting with what I have in my drawers. I still can't find my makers. I have the full set from what do you call it, Arteza, and I cannot find them anywhere, which is so annoying. But I'm just going to go in the flowers, and we're going to bring in this red. Okay, like this. So yeah, so my experiment from doing the 3 different ones is to pour a tiny amount of resin at first and then place in my stamps. Then put my base layer on top. So yeah, so I think that's how to do it. So I'm tempted to get a floral, a nice big stamp that'll fit this dish and make a big one. And see if that is actually, and see if it works, see if that's the way to do it. So just popping that in. Okay, making sure every bit is covered, and I've kept just a little bit of that extra powder in. Okay. So that's the flowers done. Now for the raccoon, for our Carter, I'm going to use this black. Okay, and just get that in everywhere. Hopefully it'll look good. Okay. Like this. Now I think what I'm going to do is just fill up these with UV resin first. Let it cure, then do a final coat of UV resin on the top. I think that's how best to do that. Right, okay. And then the final one, we're going to use the solidate, or solidate, however you want to say that. Oh, it doesn't look very bluey though. Looks more silver. I think it would, if I was to use water on it, it does come out blue. So for the sake of this, let's get this one, which is blue already. This is blue sapphire. Okay. And then let's colour this in. Like this. And like I say, I'm just going to pop some UV resin over the top, and then just pop it outside on my porch, and yeah, leave it for about 10 minutes. It's lovely when you can use natural resources. Okay, so there's that. Right, let me go and grab my UV resin, and then fingers crossed this works. Right, actually blew the excess out, because yeah, I'm just going to pop that in. Like so. There's that one. Just going very slowly with this because I don't want any air bubbles in it. And then let that move. And that one. Okay. I'm liking that. Oh, they look really cool. They do. I just don't know what it's going to look like on the top. Now I'm just going to move this resin just into all of these places. So yeah, once you use a stamp set for doing resin, you won't be able to use it again for paper crafting. So that's one thing that I will say. Right, that looks really good. So I'm going to get that outside and get it cured. So I'll be back in a second. That's all cured, thank you to the sun, and actually it didn't take very long at all. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a full top coat of UV resin, and hopefully, I mean, what I'm really liking about this is that where I've had to cut it, you can't tell, which is really nice. So I think we definitely saved it. I'm so happy. But yeah, so through experimentation, just by experimenting with these stamps, I've learnt that part is a really like thin layer of resin first and pop your stamp in rather than pour on the top, and then also use mica powders to colour in where your stamp's been. Or mind you, I'm using watercolours at the minute, so because I can't find the mica powders. But yeah, any sort of pigment. I mean, I suppose you could even use a pen if you wanted to. So yeah, it's a little bit there. I just wanted to make sure there is layer everywhere. Now, there's a few areas that I can tell, but I think that looks lovely. And you can use this as a soap dish or as an embellishment tray or a trinket tray. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to pop this outside to cure completely, probably for a good few, well, probably for an hour actually, I reckon. And then I'll bring you in. I'll bring it back in and we'll see it completely cured so we can like touch. And I will, oh, I can see hair in it. There it is. Yeah, so we can touch it and stuff. I'm going to bring it close to the camera just so you can see the outlines of those, where those stamps were. But yeah, I have to say there's only a few areas that I can tell where I've had to cut. I'm so pleased I managed to save this. Right, okay, I'll be back in a second. So we are done. So let me just zoom you in and just a touch. So can you see there's this bit here where I didn't quite cut off the trim, and even down here looks alright. That's where I really went, like, tried to get it off. It was quite thick, but I think it's gone really well. And considering they're the only two bits that sort of show, I think I've saved this piece brilliantly. I mean, he's a bit wonky, but that's fine. Yeah, absolutely loving it, and I'm glad that I managed to save it because it is gorgeous. So yeah, let me know guys what you think of all my experimentations with this lamp set. Let me know if you've learned anything, because I have learned a bunch. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hopefully we'll see you guys in another video very soon. But until then, take care and happy crafting. Bye. Bye.